Man, we have a lot to get into for this week on the Appalachian Trail. We saw the Graceland Highland ponies. There was Dismal Falls, which was really cool. Some pretty good views. Livestock, which I wasn't a big fan of because I stepped in some stuff. But ultimately, it was still a great time. But let's get to the video. We'll talk about this stuff later. Another week on the fabulous Appalachian Trail. I am in Marion, Virginia right now, which was a pretty cool trail town. They even had a Walmart, son. And what else could you ask for as a hiker than a Wallet World? I mean, that's luxury, brother. This is the first time we've seen a gas station on the trail, like right off the trail.
Hiker breakfast.
It's 10 in the morning.
It's 10 in the morning, that's right.
There is farmland for days since we've gotten into Virginia. I mean, just cows and meadows and stuff like that. It's kind of a nice little break from all the mountains. The tramley has walkie-talkies now. Bam. Check this out. Hey, I made it to the suspension bridge. It's pretty cool. What? Well, okay. Walmart Ozark Trail. Not the best brand, but you know. Made it to Brents Grocery, which is just outside of Bland, Virginia, and they're also a hostel. So we're gonna get some tent spots for the night and do a light resupply before we get to Pearisburg. And just like any resupply I do, you know, it's first things first. are now in Pearisburg, Virginia, which is a pretty okay sized town. They have a Walmart, which is pretty much what makes you a relevant town, I would say, you know, is if you have a Walmart. Who knew that that would be the standard? But here we are. A couple of things that are new. You might have noticed that this video is being posted on the Trek's YouTube page. I reached out to them and asked them if I could be a vlogger for them, and they agreed. They said they dug my style, which I thought was a pretty cool thing for them to say. So I'll be doing all my weekly updates through their platform, and hopefully I can build my own kind of following, if you will. Want to get into something. Today is May 29th, 2021, which is a pretty significant day to me. My father died exactly 1 year ago today. And I've been feeling kind of, you know, complicated in the last few days because I knew this day was coming, and I wasn't really sure how I'd react to it or how I would feel. But something did happen this week that kind of made me feel better about it. And that I'm gonna start this off with a story. I met this hiker named Paradox, and one of the things you'll do with when you meet somebody with a trail name like that, or just any trail name, you know, there's a type of small talk you can say, hey, how'd you get your trail name, and how'd you get yours, and everything. And she was explaining that how she got her name was that when she first started the trail, basically she was going through some like social identity stuff, and she kind of felt like, well, I'm this way, but you know, then I do this and I'm that. And one of her friends, to comfort her, said, it's okay, you can be one thing and then another, and that's completely fine. You can be contradictions, you can be a paradox. Now, how this relates back to my dad is one of the things I've always really admired about my dad was how many different hats he wore. And what I mean by that is that he wasn't just one thing, he did multiple things. You know, he was a landscaper for almost 30 years, from the time he was 15 years old. But that's not it. You know, he was also a police officer at one point. He was a restaurant owner. One of the things that made me kind of connect Paradox's story and how she got her trail name and my father was this idea that we as humans, we kind of like crave identity in our small knit communities, this kind of like tribalism that you can get, where it's like, I belong to this group and that's where I get my identity from, and that's who I am. Because I think that's what everybody wants. They just want to know who they are and where they belong, and there's a great deal of comfort in that. But that's just the thing. We can be contradictions. We can be one thing and another and still all be wearing the same hat. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe. To end this video, I want to thank everybody who's reached out and just said that, hey, we enjoy the videos. You know, they're motivating, they are entertaining. You get some kind of value out of it. I really, you know, I'm glad that you get that. And I'll try to keep putting out these weekly videos, especially now that the Trek is on board with me too. So I'm going to try to put out, I'm going to make a statement, I'm going to try to put out a video every Sunday from now on. So today is the 29th on Saturday, and I'm going to try to put out a video about my thru hike every Sunday. So if you're interested, like, comment, subscribe, really build it up, that'd be great. And also you can follow me on my Instagram at Cruz in the Trail, and I'll just be posting everything that I think is relevant to my experience with the trail and the people I do it with. Have a good one.